Coming up next on this edition of In the City, Murfreesboro's most popular event of the year, Uncle Dave Macon Days, took place this past month, and I went to see what keeps everyone coming back year after year. Plus, the Greenway Arts Festival is right around the corner. If you are an artist, it's time to reserve your space now. And for the first time, fire personnel from all over the state were in Murfreesboro. And don't worry, it's not for an emergency. I'll tell you why coming up. But first, the organizers of Uncle Dave Macon Days try to break a world record with over 800 square dancers. We'll tell you all about those stories and more coming up right now on this edition of In the City. Welcome to another edition of In the City, your source for what's happening right here in the city of Murfreesboro. I'm Cecilia Herrell. Have you ever witnessed someone attempting to break a world record? The organizers of Uncle Dave Macon Days thought it would be exciting to start the festival with a bang this year. So what better way to get the community exciting than attempting to break a world record? The Thursday before the festival, hundreds of people gathered in our very own public square to break the world record for the number of square dancers in one place.
Organizers of the 2016 Uncle Dave Macon Days added a new twist. This year, they attempted to break the Guinness record for the world's largest square dance. The current record was set on December 21, 2011 in Yorkville, Illinois. To beat the record, a total of 808 dancers were needed. On the evening of Thursday, July 7th at 6 p.m., the day before Uncle Dave Macon Days started, Marsha Campbell from Grand Ole Opry Dancers gathered people at City Hall's Civic Plaza to help organize the hundreds of volunteer dancers and give them a crash course on square dancing before heading across the street to the public square. This free event was to bring folks back to the square where the Uncle Dave Festival began nearly 40 years ago.
Oh, we want to be part of this record.
We have danced in the past.
Long time ago for me.
Square dancing at one time was huge here, but it's faded out. It's faded out now, but it's beginning to come back. Here's my partner here from California. She's hitchhiked up here all the way just to come to this. A terrific dancer, a two-time national champion.
This will be my 5th summer coming out to Uncle Dave Macon Days in Smithville Jamboree.
Well, my mom said, okay, let's do a square dance, and so I'm like, okay, let's go.
Her mom invited one of my friends, and so then my friend invited me, and so we just came and we became partners. Yes. A lot of fun.
I'm having more fun than I thought I would, and I'm very enjoying it, so yeah.
I really don't know who came up with the idea, but we've been working on this for about 4 months, and again, it's Uncle Dave Macon Days committee and the board that's been working on it.
Gloria Christie and her son Ben Wilson, they've been actually working on the application for 9 months. And it's very, very explicit what the directions that they have to go through. Each one of the dancers, they have to have a picture of them getting their armbands on. And they've got 10 cameras on various parts of the square to make sure that everything is being done correctly according to the Guinness requirements.
There's about 80, I'd say there's 80 volunteers here tonight. Of course, this is just a prelude to Uncle Dave Macon Days, which is going to start tomorrow. We have probably, about 200 volunteers for that. And this is a complete volunteer organization that's been in existence for 35 years.
My wife and I are part of the community, and we wanted to come out and enjoy the hospitality of Uncle Dave Macon Days and help break the world's record for Murfreesboro, Tennessee square dance, the world's largest square dance, and learn how to square dance. We've been practicing for 5 minutes. We've got this down. Great time, a lot of fun, meeting a lot of new people here. There's some people here from Sweden.
I searched on the internet, and we were going to make a road trip, and I thought, okay, we want to do cool stuff in the States, and this one we thought, well, we have to participate.
Yeah, actually we've been to the States before, to New York and to California, but actually we were here to explore the South, and that's quite nice so far.
I think the Southern hospitality is great. Everybody's so nice. Everybody's really, just hospitable. It's really, we feel very welcome here. Yeah.
It's unofficial now, but the square dance organizer, Glory Christie, says Uncle Dave Macon Days broke the Guinness World Record with 836 dancers. All of it has to be reviewed by Guinness officials before the event can be validated.
Gloria Christie has said if the record does not get beat this year, that it was a good dry run for next year's Uncle Dave Macon Days. So everybody, don't put your dancing shoes up just yet. The square dancing excitement may have ended, but the next day, bluegrass music echoed throughout Canonsburg Village for all to hear. At this year's annual Uncle Dave Macon Days, even with temperatures soaring in the triple digits, the event did not disappoint. I went to check out what makes this event so popular. Murfreesboro is home to many exciting events, but Uncle Dave Macon Days is by far the most popular. This was the 39th year of the annual event. While it's hot and steamy out here in July, that does not stop the crowds from piling in for the Uncle Dave Macon Days. Uncle Dave Macon Days is one of Murfreesboro's largest events and attracts tourists from all around the country. The festival got its start in July of 1978 as a simple banjo picking contest, and it's now grown to a 3-day-long event. It honors traditional American music and the career of Uncle Dave Macon, who was one of the first stars of the Grand Ole Opry. The event is recognized as one of the premier traditional music and dance festivals in the country.
The bluegrass music and the old-time music are certainly musics that we were fortunate enough to have roots in this area. And we're very blessed to have this venue here from a tourist standpoint as well as from a local entertainment aspect.
Uncle Dave Macon Days has been repeatedly selected as one of the top 20 events in the Southeast. During the event, more than $10,000 is awarded in prize money. It is home to 3 national championships in old-time banjo, old-time clogging, and old-time buck dancing. Uncle Dave Macon Days has something for everyone of all ages. During the 3-day event, families enjoy traditional bluegrass music, a large variety of food, an art show, children's events, a craft show, historic demonstrations, and of course, singing. All throughout Murfreesboro's very own historic Canonsburg Village. After a long day, I think it's time for me to sit back and relax. Although I might go shopping or grab a bite to eat. This is really the place to be. If you missed out on Uncle Dave Macon Days this year, be sure to mark your calendars for next July. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell. The Greenway Arts Festival is one of the most popular events our Parks and Recreation Department hosts. During the event, you can feel free to browse through multiple booths of original artwork, all while listening to great live music and grabbing a bite to eat from local food trucks. And best of all, it's free. Be sure to mark your calendar soon because the event is coming up next month.
The Greenway Art Festival is coming up September 17th. It's a Saturday. It starts at 10 in the morning and lasts all day until 4 in the afternoon. We'll have about 75 artists from all over this area. We'll have painters and pottery, glassware, wooden furniture, just a variety of different crafts and arts. And it has become very popular, and the location helps too. It's here at Old Fort Park and just right in the middle of the city. It's a wonderful venue because the artists set their tents up all along the path, and a lot of it is shady. We also use 2 pavilions where there is cover and electricity for some of our artists. We'll have food trucks this year. We'll also have 3 musical acts performing. We'll have Larry Pinkerton from 10 till 12. We'll also have the Coteries. They're coming in. They're more of a folksy band. And then in the afternoon, we'll have a jazz ensemble from Nashville. It's good background music. We'll have some children's activities, some arts activities that they can do. And it's just a good, fun, relaxing thing for the whole family. Admission is free, and the artist will be set up. We do have some that will be demonstrating their craft, and you can purchase their artwork. Sometimes they'll have work that you'll want to commission, or some artists will offer classes, and it's a good way to come and see the different artists to see their styles before you sign up for their class. Artists who are wishing to participate in the Greenway Art Festival should apply by August 15th, and you can receive an application by calling the Greenway office at 615-893-2141 or by going to the Greenway page of the city's website.
Fire personnel from all over Tennessee recently utilized Murfreesboro for the 48th Annual Tennessee Fire Chiefs Association Conference, which was held at our very own Embassy Suites. Fire service personnel from all over the state of Tennessee were in Murfreesboro recently. They were in town for the 48th Annual Tennessee Fire Chiefs Association Conference at Embassy Suites. This is the first time the conference has been held in Murfreesboro. The city was thrilled to host the event and to have our own firefighters participate in events in and out of the classroom. This year's conference was unique because it featured an indoor exhibit hall with fire trucks, a variety of equipment, and of course all kinds of firefighter gear. In the past, the exhibit hall has been held outside.
There was a desire to kind of have the vendor area to where we had some apparatus inside because of the heat and the July conditions, and so the Tennessee Fire Chiefs Board voted to bring the conference here to Murfreesboro, which we're very happy about.
Opening ceremonies included Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department's Honor Guard presenting colors, and speeches from MFRD Chief Mark Folks, and a guest appearance from Mayor Shane McFarland. Immediately after the opening ceremonies, the Tennessee Federation of Fire Chaplains conducted a memorial service for fallen firefighters. The conference is a great asset to the fire officers and other managers of emergency service organizations. The classes and demonstrations are designed to equip attendees with valuable skills and knowledge they can use in their very own departments. The conference is to ultimately enhance professionalism and capabilities among fire personnel throughout the state. The City of Murfreesboro hopes the event will continue to be held here for years to come. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell. The city is currently conducting multiple studies that will help shape the future of Murfreesboro. One of these studies is concerning the North Highland Avenue corridor. The city hopes this study will complement the two other downtown studies.
Well, tonight is a visioning workshop, or as we call it in the planning industry, a visioning charrette, in which the public gets an opportunity to have a very hands-on experience visioning what they feel is best for the area. What they like about it already, what they don't like about it already. So the study area is called the North Highland Avenue Planning Study, but it involves so much more than just North Highland Avenue. It spans all the way to Middle Tennessee Boulevard, Northwest Broad Street, down to East College Street, and north up to East Clark Boulevard. We feel that this area has great promise and great opportunity, and right now we're seeing a resurgence in downtown living and people who want to be a part of a vibrant downtown, as well as the areas around downtown that have the charm of those neighborhoods from early in the 1900s and the mid 1900s.
Like the height,
so there's a great opportunity.
We're concerned about going in.
The study is going to try to see what the future holds for this area.
Tonight is going through a visioning exercise, so hopefully we've got a lot of people that are interested in the area and what the future holds for it. Again, I think this study's kind of come out of a direction of the 2035 plan as a result of public input as part of that process, and we're just taking that a step forward. So as much as anything tonight trying to capture is kind of what their impression is of existing conditions, to kind of understand some of the good things about the study and some of the not so good things, to try to make sure we understand that. A lot of the initiative has come out of as many people know, with the hospital having moved out to Medical Center Parkway, and the university investing in that property, and kind of understand what people see that intersection might be, and how the dynamics are changing as a result of the hospital moving out of the area. But it's also an opportunity to kind of to connect the university to the downtown. to connect Oakland's, to downtown better.
This is one of the 2 studies that we're doing that are what are called small area studies. The Murfreesboro 2035 plan looks at the big picture, the whole city, if you will, whereas the North Highland Avenue study and the Historic Bottom studies are called small area studies, and they hone in more specifically on these areas. But it is in tandem with the Murfreesboro 2035 plan, because the Murfreesboro 2035 plan does emphasize investment in our downtown areas and the importance of our downtown areas to the future of Murfreesboro, because there's a great interest in downtown, and there are so many benefits that can come from a successful and vibrant downtown, and as well as the areas around downtown.
The City Council and the Murfreesboro 2035 Task Force is now deciding the priority list of the 2035 Comprehensive Study recommendations. You can stay up to date with upcoming meetings by visiting the city's website at www.murfreesborotn.gov, then simply click on the Murfreesboro 2035 logo. Do you ever wonder what kind of training it takes to become a Murfreesboro firefighter? Well, I caught up with MFRD's 10 new employees during their second week of orientation. Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department welcomed 10 new firefighters recently. The new firefighters began their 3-week orientation with MFRD on Monday, July 11th. I caught up with them during their second week of orientation. During this training, they were at the Tennessee Fire and Codes Enforcement Academy to take part in firefighter safety and survival training.
I believe this to be one of the best classes that the Tennessee Fire and Codes Academy has, because it teaches our firefighters to get home safe to their families.
These trainings not only teach firefighters how to save the lives of others, but also each other. These trainings are challenging and even more difficult in this extreme summer heat. Temperatures were measuring just above 100 degrees during the outdoor trainings. In addition to wearing full gear, it is extremely important to stay hydrated. Altogether, these firefighters have over 65 years of experience combined in the fire service industry. MFRD Chief Mark Folks believes these men will be a great asset to the department. 9 of the 10 were hired in anticipation of the opening of Fire Station 10 on Veterans Parkway. But recently, another vacancy became available after a retirement in the department. The new firefighters will begin shift work at MFRD headquarters located on Vine Street at the end of their orientation. These gentlemen are now a part of the MFRD family, and the City of Murfreesboro looks forward to watching them grow in their careers. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell. Murfreesboro City Schools has taken advantage of the summer break this year by adding some much-needed updates to our local schools. We took a visit to 2 of the renovated schools, and the principals were excited to give our cameras a first-hand look.
Hi, I'm Jenny Ortiz, and you're at Bradley Academy, and what we're doing is taking a look at the renovations that are happening this summer at Bradley. We have added a couple of things to help with our school, some restrooms and some intervention spaces for teachers to help meet the needs of all of our children. So let's take a look at what's been going on. So our first stop is a room that was a small storage area, and we are converting it into an ELL room to meet the needs of our English language learners. We have 3 ELL teachers, and currently they were sharing one space, which makes it difficult for 15 to 20 students with 3 different teachers in the room. So with these renovations, each group will have their own space for learning. This is our second stop, and this room was used as an intervention room, but 2 teachers had to share one space, which makes it difficult for 2 different learning groups to happen. So what they're doing is adding a wall so that each teacher can have their own private space for teaching our students who need math or reading intervention. So this is the biggest area of renovation that we've had this summer at Bradley, and it is the addition of a restroom for both boys and girls in our back hallway near our cafeteria and gym. We currently have 1 restroom in the hallway that the boys and girls can use, and when we have assemblies or basketball games, or the students need to use the restroom from lunch, they have to walk to the front of the building, which makes it very difficult. We still got some ways to go with the restroom, but in a few weeks, we'll be ready to go when the students come back to school. And this is the final room that we're adding to Bradley Academy. It was a small storage space for our gym teacher, and so we have converted it into another room for our English language learners. and this way their teachers won't have to share one space and they will each have their own room for learning. While all of this does not seem like such a big deal, for our school it is a huge deal. We will have space for each group to learn in their own individual rooms, plus the addition of our bathroom for accountability and safety on this side of the building, so we are very excited about the additions to Bradley Academy.
I'm Tammy Garrett, principal at Hopgood School. Today I am so excited to show you our new addition that we're opening up the fall of 2016-17. So we are excited. Come on, let me show you around. Right now we are standing at the end of the old addition. We will go into the new addition. We have 10 new classrooms. In the outside of the building is a new baseball field, and also at this end will be the new technology center with Linebaugh Library, so we're excited about that. And this is our gymnasium. This is one of the things I'm most excited about. As you can see, it is amazing. We also have a beautiful stage. We are in the middle of Murfreesboro, so right now we do not have a gymnasium in the middle of Murfreesboro that will house big events. So normally if we have big events, we have to go to Siegel or you have to go to Overall Creek. So we're really excited about being able to host and collaborate with the community to utilize this facility. We have state-of-the-art lighting in our gym. The lights come on one section at a time. I think the color scheme throughout the building is probably one of my favorite things as well. They did an excellent job with the color scheme in the hallway as well as the gymnasium. This is our outdoor classroom. Students and teachers can come out here and do experiments or have class or both. The outdoor classroom is equipped with water, running water, and also electricity. So we're really excited to have this opportunity. And as you can see, it also has an experiment table at the front as well. As you can see, it needs to be mowed right now, but they are still under contract and still working on this area. We are so excited for the 2016-17 school year. We look forward to a great year. Everything will be ready. We will have our construction crew closed out. All the teachers will have everything on the wall, books ready, and students will be learning. I look forward to showing all of the community the building. Call me anytime. I'd love to show you what we have here at Hopgood. And we look forward to collaborating with the community on the use of our great facility here in Murfreesboro.
Do you enjoy taking selfies? We always see people taking pictures everywhere on their smartphones, right? Well, how about taking selfies in front of historic sites right here in your very own city? The city of Murfreesboro is a beautiful place to explore and so full of history. The city of Murfreesboro is always thinking of ways to keep residents active in the community. The Parks and Recreation Department and MTSU's History Department have developed a program linking history education and wellness together. The result was the historic selfie scavenger hunt.
It was amazing to find how much history Murfreesboro has and how little we knew about it.
This award-winning program will motivate the public to become more active while learning about the rich history of Murfreesboro in the process. The program includes 5 walks routed by 5 different historic sites around the city of Murfreesboro. The MTSU History Department will provide historical research for each site in the registration packet.
Our 5 starting sites and partners are the Stones River Battlefield, MTSU of course, the Wilderness Station at Barfield Crescent Park. We also have the Oaklands Mansion and Patterson Park. So those are our 5 starting points, and where you end up is kind of a little surprise.
Clues and GPS coordinates will also be provided. So how do you prove you completed the scavenger hunt? Well, the name says it all. Just snap a selfie at each historic site and email it to Sportscom. When you complete the scavenger hunt, you will even receive a prize. The historic selfie scavenger hunt is $25 and you can register at Sportscom or the Wilderness Station. Registration begins August 1st and the scavenger hunt will take place between August 6th and October 29th. Reporting for CityTV, I'm Cecilia Herrell. Unfortunately, Rutherford County has seen an increase in motor vehicle fatalities this summer. This is an issue the Tennessee Safety and Homeland Security Department takes very seriously. In hopes of saving lives, they recently visited the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce to hold a press conference to discuss a new incentive to help decrease these deadly statistics.
I'm honored to be here today surrounded by law enforcement agencies from all over here in Rutherford County. Today, we are announcing Operation Summertime Blues. This operation will run from July 9th to September 16th. It will be 10 weeks long and involve every agency here in Rutherford County. The purpose of this operation is to address the overwhelming number of fatalities experienced here in Rutherford County so far this year.
We're committed specifically here in Murfreesboro to join forces with all of these agencies here in Rutherford County to attack the following offenses that seem to be the majority of our contributing factors to our fatal crashes. Those are impaired drivers. That's always a big issue here in Murfreesboro. Our fatal crashes involving either drug-related or alcohol-related drivers. We're going to be focusing our efforts to enforce distracted driving, specifically people who are texting while driving. We're going to be looking at motorists who consistently run red lights instead of seeing that yellow light and preparing to stop. We're going to be looking at the ones who like to step on the accelerator and try to beat it. We're going to be focusing our efforts on speeders as well. And we're going to be looking at people who are not using their seat belts and aren't effectively restraining their children in their vehicles. We're going to be addressing all of those offenses in an effort to try to reduce some of these injury accidents and fatalities in Murfreesboro and in Rutherford County.
The city will conduct a neighborhood meeting at McFadden Community Center on Monday, August 22nd, 2016 at 6 p.m. This will be to provide information to neighbors on the proposed public safety training facility at the old Franklin Heights site. Murfreesboro Electric Department is warning customers to be aware of the latest scam that threatens to cut off your power if your payment is not paid immediately. The customers are instructed to purchase a prepaid credit card or money order and then call a provided number to make a payment. The scammer has also been able to manipulate the caller ID system to cause it to appear as if the call is coming from MED. The recording on their voicemail is a copy of MED's answering service. MED does not call customers to request payments. If you receive a call like this that you suspect to be a scam, get the name of the caller, the phone number, off your caller ID and contact MED at 615-893-5514. The City of Murfreesboro is full of hardworking employees that always strive to keep our city great. One of those amazing employees is Mike Mitchell. The Murfreesboro Fire and Rescue Department driver recently hung up his helmet on Thursday, July 7, 2016, after 29 years of service. Mitchell began his career at MFRD as a firefighter in November of 1987 and was promoted to driver in 2000. Recently, MFRD responded to a water rescue call. Crews were told a woman was kayaking, her boat filled with water, and she was left holding on to a tree limb somewhere on the Stones River. Rescuer Logan Gill and Josh Jackson located the victim. Jackson waded over to her and was able to get her safely to the shore. Ironically, the woman found out her brother-in-law, Gill, was a part of the rescue efforts and she was somewhat embarrassed. Fortunately, the only casualties were her 2 water bottles. Exciting things are happening in Murfreesboro. This past month, construction groundbreak took place for Miracle Field at McKnight Park in front of Sportscom. After, David Price's foundation, Project 14, presented the City of Murfreesboro with a $75,000 check to add to the previous donation of $40,000 from the foundation and $300,000 from David Price himself. The city agreed to pay for the construction of the field, which is $2.2 million, while Project 14 would raise the money to pay the city back. To find out how you can donate to this amazing project, you can go to www.project14.org. Well, that's it for this edition of In the City. As always, for more information about the City of Murfreesboro, you can always visit our website anytime at murfreesborotn.gov. And if you want to see one of the stories that you've seen today, or catch up on some of the latest city news, you can always visit the City of Murfreesboro's YouTube channel. I'm Cecilia Herrell, and until next time, we look forward to seeing you in the city.